Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And off we go in Santa Clara. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver is going to get it to begin the drive. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. To give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
They send a man in motion. From the gun is Purdy. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They've got a man in motion. On 3rd down, Purdy hits his running back. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's 16 on the pickup. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Brought in by Ayuk. And he'll get it up to the 44.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They get 9 out of the run, but a chunk of yards remaining now on 4th down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Play action now with Purdy. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And he's taken down at the 30. So that connection for 1st will bring us to the end of the 1st. A couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. Back for the 2nd quarter. It's Jaguar football. They're looking at 1st down here. They'll try it left with Etienne. He's contained at the line for no gain. Tackle made by Jair Brown. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
We're working a couple of yards past the line. Charvarius Ward brings him down. Just a couple on the pickup there, so back-to-back runs leave him with a 3rd and 8. Now it's Lawrence. This one falls incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Out of the gun, Lawrence. That's cut beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll run, Etienne. And he's brought down for a loss. Working quickly here. Lawrence working from the gun. He brings it in. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Jags offense hasn't left since the touchdown. They're going for 2 here. He's throwing for it. It's caught for 2, and that's going to be an 8-0 lead. Well, not the way they drew it up, partner, but when it works, who cares? They didn't defend the check down throw, and it's open for 2.
I can still remember one of my first red zone days way back when. Touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. Now, I know it's not a touchdown, but this check down, well, it was a valuable 2 points.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's put 6 on the board, fellas.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Devin Lloyd making the play.
Well, that's what you call making the best out of a pretty messy situation. You hate to give the ball away, but that's a tremendous effort to bring the defender down right away and minimize the damage with very little return.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Now a give. It's ETN headed left. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Diamador Lenore there on the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They go right back to ETN. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
To the air, 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good. Wide left. And this stays a 1-score, 8-point game.
Kid, I have no idea why I talk about banking so much with deposits and withdrawals. But let me tell you right there, that's a withdrawal of trust. Next time around, on a 4th and 1, probably going to see him go for it.
First down throw by Purdy. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's a 49er first down. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Purdy on first down. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. First and goal, now 5 yards tougher after that penalty. Purdy setting up that play action. touchdown! The 49ers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. George Kittle, the touchdown! When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
So after thinking it over, they're lining up for two.
The 49ers will line up for the three-point conversion.
To throw again, it's Purdy. And he runs this in. That's going to knock this game up at 8 apiece. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for two. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back to throw it. Got a man, it's Thomas. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. This a 48-yard look for him. Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good, wide left. And this stays tied here in the 2nd.
Well, there's certainly
Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. Special teams has...
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Brock. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. Punter Mitch Wishnowski ready to do the honors. And off we go in Santa Clara. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Cuts it to the right sideline. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Prescott now on 3rd down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they bring him down around the 34. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On 4th down, Prescott's a throw. He's got it to his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 22 on second down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the 49ers get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Running back sent in motion. First play, he's going to throw. Purdy. Connection made to Isaac Garindo. And he crosses midfield before going out. It's a gain of 12 there. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. From the gun is Purdy. He's on the move. And on the run right, throwing deep down the... Brought in inside the 20. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through and up for a first and goal.
Yeah, right there. That's what you want to see on the opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And he takes this down close, up to the 3. 6 yards from there. It's going to be second and goal. All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. Time to get the second quarter going. The 49ers set up inside the red zone. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Third and goal, Purdy. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. George Kittle, the touchdown. Moody knocks that extra point through. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he will get to the 20. Out of bounds just before it around the 18-yard line. They're out and set. First and 10. First down, here's Dak. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And it sets up second down. Throwing again is Dak. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing on first is Prescott. It is caught left side. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Another throw for Prescott. He puts some juice on it deep. He's got it deep downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the red zone now. And in for the Dallas touchdown.
Touchdown, Dallas.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys tie this game 7-7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Purdy throwing here on first. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So second down coming up. Now Purdy. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers with a long ways to go for a score. On third down, Purdy. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Purdy going to go on fourth. Oh, the back's got it downfield. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That's a 26-yard gain on fourth down, Brock, and the huge play extends this drive.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They get 22 on that one. And that's a 49er first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To throw again, it's Purdy. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers get some late points and the lead. George Kittle, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he won't get to the 20. Out of bounds just before it around the 18-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Prescott here from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the gun is Prescott. It's taken in by Lamb. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys earn the chance to tie it before halftime. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys tie things up at 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 9. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Purdy to throw. Into the hands of Kittle. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First down throw by Purdy. On the move, headed right. He finds his running back on a deep shot. Nicely done. We'll take it in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers get some late points and the lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he'll be just shy of getting to at least the 20. Bit of a short return as he's out of the 19. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Dak now from the gun. They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
1st and 10, Prescott. Getting out to his left. And he's out of bounds just behind that line. Only a yard or two lost, but Brock, we all know, still qualifies as a sack.
He only lost a yard, but how many times do we see a team where just a yard or inches short on 4th down? Well, every little bit counts. He's got to just throw that one out of bounds. Don't run it out for the sack.
Man in motion here. Here's 2nd and 11. Chased out to his right. Well secured by Brandon Cooks. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. Gay's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, nothing to critique there. Good snap, good hold, and he puts it through to pay off the drive with 3 points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. He's back to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our 2nd half. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Purdy. That's taken in by Samuel. Has a hole left, room to run. At the 20. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers drive their lead to 11. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. And he gets him into a good spot, just a yard or two shy of the 40-yard line. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. First down, here's down. He beams one, deep right side. He's got it inside the 25. Offense up to the line fast. First down from the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Working quickly here. They're going to try with the wideout. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
We call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
They'll send him up the middle. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 5 yards on the play, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
They kick the running back in motion. Third and goal, Prescott. The back grabs it. Touchdown, Dallas. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Return starts at the 9.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Catch is made down the right sideline. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a 49er first down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Purdy throwing here on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 47. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. From the gun is Purdy. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Fred Warner in on the tackle. A gain of 12. And the Cowboys first down.
3 quarters in the books from this one. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing.
23.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Now Dak to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. 30. Headed right through the middle of the field. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
So a big play for the Cowboys here as they line up for 2. He's throwing for it. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that 2-point attempt. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Purdy on first down. Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Shotgun handoff to Garindo. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
At the 45-yard line.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers down by only 1. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Here he is to throw. Sideline throw is complete to Pearsall. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Setting up to pass. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. He'll look to throw it. That throw finds Kittle. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down. Here he is to throw. Buying some time right. And it's picked off, but, oh, yep, pretty clear he was out of bounds, so no interception, incomplete.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Looking to throw it. And to force it on fourth, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys make the play that should win them this game. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on fourth and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
They'll run here on first down. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Another carry for him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? Or both?
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
Here in London, we see one of the world's most iconic football venues, Wembley Stadium. And since 2007, it's welcomed the NFL to stage some American football contests as well. Punter Mitch Wishnowski ready to do the honors. And we are underway in London. Short kick gathered in at the 15. And some excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead right away. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. He's going to field this at the 2. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play action now with Purdy. Brought in by Ayuk near the sideline. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a 49er first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down throw by Purdy. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On first down, they'll run. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
From the 19. Finds him over the middle. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. And oh, he got it! Interception! Drew Tranquil with the pick. And the Chiefs get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. More of the NFL on EA Sports right after this. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They're looking at second and pretty short. Looking to throw Mahomes. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
They'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it'll be second down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Pistol now for Mahomes. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the red zone. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Another throw for Mahomes. Forced out to his right. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs grow their lead just before halftime. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. Reed now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And it's the equivalent of what a touchback used to be here, up to the 25 before going out. They're out and set, first and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45. That one hits for 30. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Purdy throwing here on first. He'll get this to Samuel. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. Running back sent in motion. From the gun is Purdy. That one's cut along the left sideline. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Has it down close. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Purdy. Dump off caught by his back. Touchdown, San Francisco! So late in the half, Brock, why not take a shot downfield? And their prayers are answered as they come up with that late touchdown.
You know, this is just a case of who wants it more. If you're in that secondary, all you're thinking is knock the ball down.
Yeah.
Even if you make some contact, right, they rarely call pass interference on plays like that. But somehow, some way, the ball winds up as a touchdown.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Looking to throw. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Pride connected with Xavier Worthy there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
A final throw before the break. He puts everything behind this one. Into a crowd and intercepted. And the 49ers are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. 2 quarters to go from London Town, and here we go in our second half. Return starts from the 16. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Purdy on 1st down. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They kick the running back in motion. Purdy now on 2nd and 10. Complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. Brought in inside the 20. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
From the red zone now. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Running back sent in motion. They'll motion him out of the backfield. And they send a man in motion. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We've got 2nd and 15. They've got a man in motion. To throw again, it's Purdy. Buys time, rolling right. Now he takes it. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Putting a receiver in motion. On 3rd down, Purdy. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They kick the running back in motion. Here's Purdy to throw. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The 49ers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Deebo Samuel the touchdown. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers tie things up at 14. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. This one doesn't make the landing zone, so this drive's going to start at the 40. And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Option give here. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Back to the well again. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Running left with Pacheco. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Any tackle for loss hurts, Kate, but they hurt that much more from a defensive back. Those guys typically are better in coverage, and you got to find a way to make them miss in the backfield.
And the 49ers in a nickel set. 3rd down coming. He'll throw it. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. We've reached the 2-minute warning from London. Chiefs in range for a game-winning score. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Running right is Pacheco. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here he is to throw. And that's a catch. It's a touchdown. They've got the lead in the final minute. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard-fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal.
Rush coming off the edge, and they block it!
They let them break the tie, but blocking that extra point could become pivotal. A huge moment in this game down the stretch. Stays a 6-point game. So if they can find that end zone, and their offense knows it, their kick could give them the lead and may even be the deciding point.
Reed now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. He'll look to throw it. Searches from the pocket. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Setting up to pass. Trying to push it deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Man in motion here. Throwing now. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
You know, they call the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie in to pick it on. And the Chiefs make the play that should win them this game.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. Kelsey makes the catch. And he will score. And with almost no time left, that should clinch the win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts him up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Mahomes throwing for 2. It's caught. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings his ball game to a close. So score this a win for the Chiefs. Well, Brock, the effort was there, and the execution was in spots as well. Man, just a tough loss, and now they've got to find a way to move past it in short order.
And the quicker they can move on, the better in this league, because there's still work to be done. The longer you dwell, the further behind it's going to put you in getting ready for that next name up on the schedule.
So for Brock Ewert, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say cheerio from London.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Atlanta. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Robinson with another carry. Pushing his way through. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
First Third and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Robinson on a give right side. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
That's another Falcons.
Robinson up the middle. And a solid run down inside the 30. 2nd down and 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Toss play to Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. On the bootleg, it's Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, here's Robinson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Robinson. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Handoff now to Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They are going for it. Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 9-yard line.
Again, it'll be Robinson. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in the 2nd quarter. Able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
Purdy now to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw, Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Throwing here, Purdy. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 45 yards. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Moody good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. A play fake. Now Penix. This ball down the field for Pitts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 20, Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, 78 yards. And the Niners will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a 2nd and 10. To the air, Penix. Setting up the screen, here's Algier. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. This ball down the field for Pitts. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll throw with Penix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. On the run, it's Robinson. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
Purdy looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
Now Purdy. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. Here's a run now with Kittle. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. It looks like they'll move things around here. Second down and goal. Purdy. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? And it's caught. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They make their 2nd half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a 3-possession game.
Now Penix. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Penix. This ball down the field for Pitts. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far. 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. They'll go for it. Here's Penix. And this will be caught by Mooney. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here. Purdy. And he will find his man, Samuel. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Purdy going to give it to Garindo. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Purdy forced out to his left. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Avery Williams on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10. That's their own 32-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And looking to throw, Penix.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They are going for it. Penix. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 40.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They run. Robinson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for Falcons. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
A give left side to Robinson. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. So 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. On the bootleg, it's Penix. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Here's Penix. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Stay on point, fellas.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Falcons come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California. And Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Very short kick, taken past the 20. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this ball.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
This one is caught by Hollywood Brown. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. And he will score. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Chiefs. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. For an opener, Purdy to throw. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
On 2nd down, Purdy. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Purdy. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. Throwing again is Purdy. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. George Kittle was the intended target that time. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Purdy. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On third down, it's Purdy. Got his man at the 6. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Back to the air is Purdy. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Moody's extra point is good. And the 49ers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. Now Mahomes. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And that is hauled in on the right sideline. Right inside the chalk. A heck of a catch. A big pickup there for the Chiefs. 56 yards. So, 1 quarter in the books in this rematch of Super Bowl 58. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Third and long. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Now Mahomes. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by the former Florida State